Hi everybody, good afternoon. I want to welcome everybody to come out, and who couldn't be? The Bones mother. I knew when I was a kid myself. As you can tell, I'm not prepared for this. I didn't know I was supposed to write anything. I knew I was going to speak, but I'm Craig. My mother Georgie's youngest son, my brother. My mom and dad had me 56 years ago, almost 57. My brother's 5 years older than I am. I could stand here and say a lot about my mother. A lot of you know her, a lot of you don't know her. She's not one to be in the limelight like me. I'm standing here, I'm a nervous wreck right now. But I know my mom was a very dedicated mother, a wife, an employee. She drove school bus most of her years. And far back as I could ever remember, she never missed a day of school when there was school. She drove every day. And I'm very proud to be her son. And she means the world to me. And I know she means the world to a lot of people. She's a good person. If she allows you to get inside of her head and get to know who she is. But I don't know what to say. I really don't. I was caught off guard with this. I'm very sorry. But I want to thank my mom for giving me my life and being by my side all of my life. My mother and my father, they've always been there through my ups and downs. They've supported me in any way that I've wanted to go, me and my brother. I don't know what else to say. I'm sorry, I'm lost for words right now. Charles is going to say a couple things, but thank you again. It was nice to see everybody that I haven't seen in a long time.
All right, so I can't go real far back into history, but I'll start in '71. So when Georgie came to work for us in '71, and then when I was ready to go to Millville High, my mom told me that I was luckier than anybody else because I got to pick the school bus that I wanted to ride on. And she said, pick wisely because you only get one choice. You can't change. So I said, well, I'll pick bus 18 with Georgie. So Georgie was my bus driver for 4 years. And she worked for our family until we went out of business. And like Craig said, she never missed a day. So she's very dedicated, and it's because of people like Georgie and John Law and Richard Smith that I am the person that I am, and I never miss a day's work. So I don't know if that's a good thing or not, but I'm very honored to have Georgie and her family as a friend and to be considered part of her family. And I'll just lighten it up a little bit since we really weren't prepared for this. But Hetty Calhoun was our, I guess, senior bus driver. And Hetty always used to race everybody. So she had to be first to the high school and first back to the yard. And one day I'm in the yard after I was out of high school, and here comes Georgie pulling in first with bus 18. And when she got off of the bus, she had a smile from ear to ear, and because she knew she had just made Hetty so mad because she had beat her. So she worked for us her whole life, and when we went out of business, she continued on with Shepherd Bus Company. So she is a very dedicated and wonderful woman. So that's basically all I can say. I'm glad to be on. I'm honored and glad to know him. Thank you.
I just met her a week and a half ago when I asked if I can take her photograph for this event, and you can see her picture there. I'm very pleased with that photograph. But I feel like I've known her all my life, and I just met her. She's such an endearing lady. And I'll tell you, that day we went out to the marshes, she said she enjoys feeding the birds out along the Morris River where they fish and things. And it was the most brutal, windy day. You know how many bad, windy days we've had lately. And the wind was just whipping. So we ended up down to the bivalve where we could get tucked away a little bit there in the marshes. But it was a pleasure to take her photograph, and it's been a pleasure to getting to know her.